throw on the run is complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Cardinals come out. They're led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray, first overall pick in 2019. Wows you with those highlight plays over the years. Off the injury, Greg, the Cardinals quarterback, is once again the exciting Kyler Murray.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Second down, Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. We'll try and run for this with Connor. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's an Arizona first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go right back to Connor. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a strength.
And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Murray. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase of what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And you could see him with the ball in the air there, Mike. He's kind of leaning. He's hoping that ball would come back. It ends up catching a piece of that upright, but he's able to get it to go through.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready now for their second drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. 2nd down and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He's going to uncork one. Looking for Wicks.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
On the return, it's Dortch. And he's going to bring this one back. 82 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. And they get the great bonus of scoring on special teams. This time, the punt return unit able to put 6 up on the board.
And what we see here, Mike, is just a breakdown in the coverage. They talk all week about fanning the field, controlling the returner, keeping them on your inside arm. In this case, 2 guys get stacked behind each other. They leave just enough space for this returner to operate in, and the next thing you know, they're looking at him in the end zone.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Packers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. This is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL. And that is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Arizona. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. That one on target to Watson. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Packers are back in this one. It's 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Greg Dortch. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after one, the Cardinals have the early edge in this one. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Cardinals lining up for a punt. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. Now a fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Here's Christian Watson and the rest of the Packer offense heading back onto the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. We'll go play action with Love. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to